AI lip sync tools are super important, whether you're an AI filmmaker trying to tell a story or if you need an AI avatar for your projects. But there's so many different AI lip sync tools out there nowadays. How do you tell which one is actually the best for your own specific needs? So what I did is I went and created the same exact character dialogue sync inside all the best AI lip sync platforms, so we can see which one is actually the best. And in this video, I'm going to break down the price, the quality, and anything else you should know before spending money on an AI lip sync tool.
The difference is, we're finally talking about it.
The first lip sync tool I'll be testing out is Dreamina's Omnihuman model, which made a big splash earlier this year with how expressive and lifelike the AI avatars looked. But let's see how it does when we actually put it to the test. The Omnihuman model is accessed through Dreamina's website. All we have to do is log in, and in the Create tab, we'll need to select the AI avatar tool, which is where we'll use the lip sync feature. There's a few parts of this lip sync. The first is an image of the AI character that we want to add the dialogue to. So in this case, I have a couple different characters generated, one for this woman and one for the man, sitting inside a bar. And I'm going to animate them talking to each other. And we also need the audio files for the dialogue of the characters. You can use any text-to-speech AI to generate the audio or just record the voices yourself. In this case, I used 11 Labs. All I did is enter the dialogue I want the characters to say. I picked a voice for them, and then I can generate the speech right here. So we can take a preview of what the characters are going to sound like.
You really showed up here alone? No backup? No lookout? Then you already know how this ends.
So let's go back to the AI avatar tool. The first thing I'll do is upload the image of my avatar. In this case, I'll start with a woman sitting at the bar, and then I'll upload the AI dialogue I created earlier into this speech button. Now, for the audio, if you click on the speech button, you typically have the option to generate the AI audio inside the lip sync platforms themselves. But to keep everything consistent, I'm just going to upload my own audio files. And once that's uploaded, I'll also make sure that I'm using the Avatar Pro model to see what we get when we use the highest quality model. Let's go ahead and generate that.
You really showed up here alone? No backup? No lookout?
So it's finished creating the lip sync for our character. I generated an entire dialogue sync using this tool. Let's take a look at that, and I'll do a full breakdown afterwards.
You really showed up here alone? No backup? No lookout?
I don't let anyone follow me anymore. Too many got caught. Too many didn't come back.
Then you already know how this ends. Coming in alone means you're not expecting to leave.
Could say the same about you. Talking rebellion out loud in a bar this close to the garrison. That's a good way to vanish.
So Dreamina's Omnihuman model is very expressive and lifelike. The lip sync is pretty accurate to the words that they're saying. The main issue I have with it is for some of them, they're a little bit too expressive. Like I have this woman talking quietly, almost in a whispering kind of voice, and you can see how big her mouth gets and how exaggerated her head motions are.
This ends. Coming in alone means you're not expecting to leave.
This is supposed to be more of a quiet, suspenseful scene inside a bar, but you see that their facial motions are just a little bit too exaggerated. It's kind of nitpicking, but it is a problem I had. I also wanted to try this on some non-human characters. So in this case, if I have a photo of an alien, like this guy, how will the lip sync perform on him?
The truth is, when something starts to rot, you don't leave it. You cut it out before it spreads.
I'd say it's pretty good. I mean, the little subtleties of how he's moving his face according to the emotions in the voice. Again, the main thing is that sometimes it just feels like these characters are just a little bit too over-exaggerated. But overall, I think the quality is really good. The main issue you're going to run into with Dreamina is the cost. It's an extremely expensive model. I'm using the standard plan right now. It costs almost $20 to generate 60 seconds of lip sync. So depending on what your budget is, that can be kind of expensive. And there's definitely cheaper options out there. The next lip sync platform I'm testing out is Dzine. They've had a lip sync feature for a while, but they recently made some big updates to it, so let's try it out. Inside Dzine, what you want to do is create a new project, and you can find the lip sync feature on the toolbar over here. Now inside, there's a couple of different modes we can use. To get the best results, you'll want to upload an image of a face. So I'll drag in this photo of the man at the bar. Let's put that in there. It'll automatically detect where the person's face is. But if it's not accurate, you can also go in and manually drag a selection over the person's face. I actually would recommend you manually select the person's face to make sure it's more accurate. And in this next page, you can crop the image a little bit, depending on the aspect ratio. Like you can create a vertical video or stick with a horizontal video, which is what I'm going with. Then it'll bring you to a new page to upload a character voice. Again, I'm going to upload my own character audio. Go ahead, let's drag that in there. And once the audio is uploaded, you are able to edit it a little bit. So for example, if you want to trim the beginning of it,
I don't let anyone follow me anymore.
let's say I didn't want him to say that part, I could trim that out and drag this around. But I won't do that. Now, you will want to leave a little bit of space at the beginning. So see how this audio file track is touching the start at 0 seconds? You want to give it a little bit of space at the beginning before the first word is said. Otherwise, sometimes it doesn't actually animate the first word the character says. But we can go ahead and confirm that. And then make sure you selected the Pro mode, which is the model that's going to give us the best results. We can go ahead and generate this.
I don't let anyone follow me anymore. Too many got caught. Too many didn't come back. Could say the same about you. Talking rebellion out loud in a bar this close to the garrison. That's a good way to vanish.
And the results are very high quality. You can see him even moving his hands a little bit to gesture as he talks. And nowadays with these lip sync tools, you will see background elements also get animated. For example, there's a little flickering light in the background. And in some other videos, you'll also see a little bit of smoke blowing around in the background as well. Another option for the lip sync is actually to upload a video and then add the lip sync to the video. So for example, I can start with a video of this woman leaning in a little bit and she gives a very, very intense stare. And we can actually add lip sync to this video to have her talking. So what we need to do is go to upload a face video and we can put in that video of the character. Now, the main thing with this is you want to make sure that the face is fairly centered in the image. Also, it can't move around too much. If her head moves around too much or there's too much motion, this is not going to work well. So just like before, I'll go ahead and upload my own audio file. I think this is a correct one. And once we put that in there, again, you can drag this around a little bit to choose the specific segment of the video you want her to be talking in. So for this video, she leans in a little bit and I want the dialogue to start after she's leaned in. So let's drag the audio file over a little bit more. And if I do that, the lip sync should start around this part of the video, which is when she leans in. And the results we get are pretty solid. Again, like I said, you want to make sure that the face is pretty centered and there's not too much movement. You can see that her teeth aren't exactly perfect. There's a little bit of flickering in her mouth. But being able to add the lip sync to the video does give us a little bit more control over the direction of the scene. Now let's take a look at how Dzine does when I try to create a complete dialogue scene with it.
You really showed up here alone? No backup? No lookout?
I don't let anyone follow me anymore. Too many got caught. Too many didn't come back.
Then you already know how this ends. Coming in alone means you're not expecting to leave.
Could say the same about you. Talking rebellion out loud in a bar this close to the garrison. That's a good way to vanish.
People are vanishing anyway. Families, villages, whole cities. The difference is, we're finally talking about it.
So overall, pretty good. What I like about it is that it's expressive, but not overly expressive compared to some of the other lip sync tools we'll see. The videos look very sharp. It really does seem like the characters are interacting with each other. Dzine's lip sync also works for non-human characters. So if we take a look at the results of the alien character test, it works pretty well. Very good. Also, if you upload an image that has multiple characters inside of them, you can select each of their faces separately and then upload an audio track for each of them as well. So that way you can get a video with multiple characters speaking inside of them.
You really showed up here alone? No backup? No lookout?
I don't let anyone follow me anymore. Too many got caught. Too many didn't come back.
The thing about Dzine is that it is one of the more budget-friendly platforms. If you use the creator plan, what it comes out to is around $2.90 for 60 seconds of lip sync, which is way cheaper than the Dreamina platform we saw earlier. Next up, I want to take a look at one of the old school AI lip sync tools called Hedra AI. Hedra is great with AI avatars, but it's also specialized for more cinematic type of shots, like the ones that I'm going for inside this tutorial. This tool has been around for a while, and I want to see how it holds up compared to the newer AI lip sync tools. So once we're inside Hedra, let's go to the video generation. This is a pretty bare bones platform. Basically, you have an option to putting an audio script and then also the first frame for what your character looks like. I've gone ahead and uploaded the audio file and also the image for my character. There is a prompt bar here where we can try to control their movements a little bit. I found that the prompt bar really doesn't work that well. And if you try to prompt for whatever movements from the characters or facial expressions, the AI is really not able to animate those properly. And by the way, make sure you are actually using the Hedra Character 3 model. They also have like the Google Veil model here, but we're specifically testing out the Hedra Character model. So let's take a look at what the results look like for the lip sync here.
You really showed up here alone? No backup? No lookout?
I don't let anyone follow me anymore. Too many got caught. Too many didn't come back.
Then you already know how this ends. Coming in alone means you're not expecting to leave.
Could say the same about you. Talking rebellion out loud in a bar this close to the garrison. That's a good way to vanish.
Okay, so Hedra needs an upgrade, in my opinion. If you look at the character animations, I mean, the heads bobble up and down around all over the place. The videos it generates are also lower resolution at 720p. It just isn't as realistic as the other lip sync platforms. I think it's just a bit too jittery. The head just shakes around all over the place. Now, what's good about Hedra is that it is relatively cheap. If you're using the creator plan, which is the one that I'm using, it's going to cost you around $2.70 for 60 seconds of lip sync, which is one of the cheapest options out there. But like I said, the quality just isn't as great. And I think it is a bit outdated compared to the other options that are out there. So talking about other options, another tool that's been around for quite a while and is pretty well known is Heygen Avatar. I think Heygen was one of the first avatar tools out there. And they recently released this new Avatar 4 model, which is supposed to be the state-of-the-art as far as AI lip sync goes. So let's go ahead and try this out. Just like the other platforms we've seen so far, Heygen specializes in starting with a photo of the character and then adding the dialogue to it. So I've uploaded the image of my character, also the audio file up here. You do have the ability to adding a prompt. And it actually does a decent job of following your prompts compared to the other tools. So for example, if I say, the man points his finger in a threatening way, which should make it a bit more expressive, it'll actually do an okay job of following this prompt. You can also choose between a 720p resolution or a higher resolution at 1080p. Let's go ahead and take a look at what the videos look like.
You really showed up here alone? No backup? No lookout?
I don't let anyone follow me anymore. Too many got caught. Too many didn't come back.
Then you already know how this ends. Coming in alone means you're not expecting to leave.
Could say the same about you. Talking rebellion out loud in a bar this close to the garrison. That's a good way to vanish.
People are vanishing anyway. Families, villages, whole cities. The difference is, we're finally talking about it.
Heygen does generate some very smooth looking lip sync animations. The characters look very lifelike. And just like how in the prompt I wrote for him to be pointing his finger in a threatening way, that is really brought to life with this avatar generator. Now, it doesn't do great with every single motion, so I also try to animate this photo of the female character, and I try to prompt for her to pick up the glass of water. Now, what happens if we animate this inside Heygen is that it'll basically repeat this motion on loop over and over and over again. So you see her grab the water, put it down, grab the water again, put it down. So if you want to animate specific motions, you'll probably need to divide it into shorter segments. Otherwise, it can look kind of weird. Here's another example where it also animated the strobing lights in the background. So you see like the lights change color back there. I didn't actually prompt for that. It just generated that automatically. Now, when I try to lip sync this character of my alien guy, it did get censored for a little bit. Like it wouldn't let me actually do the lip sync of him. I don't know why it did that. I mean, there's nothing controversial about this picture at all. As far as the price, if you want to use the Avatar 4 model, which is a best lip sync model in Heygen, it is limited to only 5 minutes per month. So if you're on the $30 plan and you specifically want to use the AI avatar model, it comes out to be around $6 per minute. Now, of course, you can access a whole lot of other features inside Heygen, but if you're specifically looking to use their newest Avatar 4 model, which is the main thing I'd recommend you use Heygen for, it is limited to only 5 minutes per month. The next platform we're going to try is one of the newer ones, and I'm kind of excited about this. It's called Higgsfield. I haven't made a video about it yet, but I've seen people create some really amazing looking AI generated effects using this platform. And they recently released their AI lip sync feature, which looks really good from what I've seen. So to use it inside Higgsfield, find this Create tab, and then go to this Speak feature. So I'm pretty sure Higgsfield's mainly targeted towards UGC ads, AI avatar influencers, that type of thing. But let's see how it does when I try to animate some more cinematic looking shots inside. The first thing that's pretty cool about it is that you can choose the type of character motion it animates. If we click on here, you can see that there's a bunch of different options. For example, a static looking character. For this one, the man's just standing there. But you can also create some different movements like walking and talking with this lady walking in what looks like to be New York. You can also specifically request different character expressions like happy and excited. Here's another camera motion where it zooms in. But I'll just stick with the static shot for now. And again, I uploaded the image of my character, the audio that I want her to say. And also, you can put in a prompt like she picks up the glass of water. There's a couple of different quality modes, basic, medium to high. And let's take a look at what the results look like if we use the highest quality model.
People are vanishing anyway. Families, villages, whole cities. The difference is we're finally talking about it.
Okay, so the beginning part of this clip I don't really like. I kind of wanted her to be lazily holding a glass of water like she's just in a conversation with someone. But if you look at it, she brings it to her mouth and doesn't drink. It just looks kind of weird. Maybe I should have used a better prompt. But the second part of the video looks really great.
Villages, whole cities. The difference is we're finally talking about it.
Okay, that's perfect. With the way that her hand motions work together with the way that she's speaking, like she's whispering, but also very intense at the same time. I also generated a couple of videos using this angry mode because I thought that might fit the dialogue scene pretty well. And if we take a look at them,
then you already know how this ends. Coming in alone means you're not expecting to leave.
It does convey the anger. You see her pointing out with her arms, her mouth opens pretty large, but it's a little bit too overly expressive. Her body motions and her lips don't actually match the voice at all, which is a bit more quiet and muted. Here's what the full animated dialogue scene looks like.
Really showed up here alone? No backup? No lookout?
Don't let anyone follow me anymore. Too many got caught. Too many didn't come back.
Then you already know how this ends. Coming in alone means you're not expecting to leave.
Could say the same about you. Talking rebellion out loud in a bar this close to the garrison. That's a good way to vanish.
People are vanishing anyway. Families, villages, whole cities. The difference is, we're finally talking about it.
I think Higgsfield is really solid overall. I mean, I really love all these character animation options that it gives you, and then combined with the fact that you can adding a bit of a prompt, it actually gives you a lot of control over the character dialogue. If you use the highest quality model, the results are really great. Where you're going to run into trouble with Higgsfield, again, is the cost. So if we go and use the highest quality model, you see that's going to cost 130 credits to generate. And if you look at the plan subscription page, for around $30 a month, you get 600 credits. So if you think about it, you can generate 4.5 high quality videos on $30 a month. So not great at all, given the cost. But I am excited to see what else they do if they can bring the cost down in the future. So we've taken a look at a lot of lip sync models where we're starting out with an image and animating that image into a lifelike character. But if we want the maximum amount of control, and if we want to direct an actual scene, we want some more character motion to be animated. And that's where these video to lip sync models come in, where we can start with the video of a character already moving around and then animate their lips so that they're speaking. This is exactly what you need if you're an AI filmmaker, or if you want to create an AI avatar that's a bit more dynamic. One of the platforms that we can use for this is Kling AI, which is mostly known for the AI video models, but it also does have a lip sync feature. And I'll show you why I think this one is worthwhile. If we log into Kling and go to the video generation page, there's this lip sync feature on the toolbar on the left, and I'll upload a video that is already generated of our character. To create all these videos, I used the new C Dance model where I just uploaded the reference image of my character and then prompted for them to do different motions. For example, in this dialogue scene, if I want it to be a bit more confrontational, I have the guy point his finger towards the woman. Or if I want him to have a more weary, tired, and beaten down type of mood, you can see him leaning back in the chair. So this is going to make our dialogue scene a bit more dynamic, which is what I want. So what I've done is I've uploaded a video of my character. This is the one where he's sitting at the bar, and you should see him leaning back a little bit like he's exhausted and tired. And what we'll do is also upload this audio file. So I've uploaded my audio file over here, and we can actually drag this audio file around to be added to our character at the exact moment we want. So the audio file is a bit shorter than the video, and I want this specifically to play within at the part where he's leaning back to show how tired he is. So let's try playing this.
Don't let anyone follow me anymore. Too many got caught. Too many didn't come back.
And that's exactly the effect I want. I want him to be speaking and leaning back at the same time. Let's take a look at what the results look like.
I don't let anyone follow me anymore. Too many got caught. Too many didn't come back.
Exactly as planned. So first, let's take a look at the completed animation, and then there's a few things I want to point out to you.
You really showed up here alone? No backup? No lookout?
I don't let anyone follow me anymore. Too many got caught. Too many didn't come back.
Then you already know how this ends. Coming in alone means you're not expecting to leave.
Could say the same about you. Talking rebellion out loud in a bar this close to the garrison. That's a good way to vanish.
People are vanishing anyway. Families, villages, whole cities. The difference is, we're finally talking about it.
So if we're using a base video to add the lip sync to, it will be a more dynamic looking scene with the characters making all sorts of actions and gestures. But it is a double-edged sword, because if we add lip sync to a video, the quality will not be as high as if we just add lip sync to an image. If we take a look at some of the examples Kling generated For example, this one where he's standing up and pointing his finger, you can barely make out his lips moving at all. They stay kind of static, and it's like he's barely just mouthing the words. And so it's not very realistic. Here's a test I generated of the alien character. Not much motion around the lips at all, if I'm being honest. But the good thing about the lip sync feature in Kling is that it is extremely cheap. If we take a look here, it costs 10 credits to generate it. And just for logging in every day, Kling gives you 66 free credits, which means you can generate 60 seconds of lip sync a day completely for free, as opposed to the other platforms. Now, the main issue with it, of course, is first, you need to actually have the videos available to you, and also the quality just isn't that great. But there is another AI model out there that does lip sync on top of existing videos really, really well. And that model is PixVerse. So when it comes to generating AI videos themselves, PixVerse isn't as strong, but their lip sync tool is actually really solid. So inside the video generator, we find the speech feature. Click on that, and we have the ability to upload a video of our character and also the dialogue scene for them to be talking in. So I've gone ahead and uploaded those into there. And let's see what the results look like.
You really showed up here alone? No backup? No lookout?
I don't let anyone follow me anymore. Too many got caught. Too many didn't come back.
Then you already know how this ends. Coming in alone means you're not expecting to leave.
Could say the same about you. Talking rebellion out loud in a bar this close to the garrison. That's a good way to vanish.
People are vanishing anyway. Families, villages, whole cities. The difference is, we're finally talking about it.
When you use the PixVerse lip sync tool, the motion of the lips are some of the most natural I've seen when it comes to adding lip sync to an already existing video. It's also fairly cheap. I have the standard $10 a month plan right now, and it costs $3 for 60 seconds worth of lip sync. And it gets cheaper if you upgrade to a more expensive plan. And I know it's not perfect, but when it comes to actually lip sync to a video, PixVerse is actually one of the best options that I've seen myself. Now, I want to talk about this other tool that isn't exactly a lip sync tool, but is one of the absolute best AI video generators out there, and might give you the exact results you're looking for. That's Google Veo 3. So for Google Veo 3, there's no way to actually upload your own audio files. So technically speaking, it's not actually lip sync. However, Veo 3 is absolutely incredible at generating AI character dialogue, so I think it's worth mentioning for sure. I'm using the Flow AI video generator. Make sure that you've selected the frames to video, which lets us upload a reference image of our character, which I've done. So that's a frame of our character. And then inside, you can specifically prompt for dialogue. So she leans forward and quietly says, "Then you already know how this ends. Coming in alone means you're not expecting to leave." Intense and threatening. You will need to shorten your dialogue a little bit. So Veo 3 only generates up to 8-second videos. Some of the tools I showed earlier can generate all the way up to a 30-second video or a 60-second lip sync video. For Veo 3, it won't be able to generate anything that long, but it's great for a few shorter lines. Let's take a look.
Then you already know how this ends. Coming in alone means you're not expecting to leave.
And you can directly prompt for different camera movements. For example, I generated one where I specifically told her to pick up her glass of water and swirl it around.
People are vanishing anyways. Families, entire cities. The difference is we're finally talking about it.
What's really great about Google Veo 3 is it adds in all these environmental sounds and effects. We can take a look at the people moving around in the background a little bit. That's a bartender. Here's another guy. You can actually hear the sound of her glass when she moves it.
The difference is we're finally talking about it. People are vanishing.
Let's take a look at the entire dialogue scene and then talk about it.
You really showed up here alone? No backup? No lookout?
I don't let anyone follow me anymore. Too many got caught. Too many never came back.
Then you already know how this ends. Coming in alone means you're not expecting to leave.
Same for you, talking rebellion in a bar this close to the garrison. That's a good way to vanish.
People are vanishing anyways. Families, entire cities. The difference is we're finally talking about it.
The main issue with Veil 3 is that there's no real way to control the character voice. For all of these, I prompted for her to be talking quietly or whispering, and that doesn't work at all. The way the characters sound inside Veil 3 is totally based on their physical appearance. Sometimes you can add in a bit of an accent if you prompt for it to be in a specific location like England. But the lack of exact voice control is kind of a problem. I wanted this to be more of a quiet, mysterious scene, and the way the girl sounds.
People are vanishing anyways. Families, entire cities. The difference is we're finally talking about it.
It makes her sound kind of upbeat and more excited than what I want. It's a totally different vibe than what I was going for. However, the animation quality is really great. It automatically generates a dialogue. Emotions look very realistic and lifelike. For Veil 3, it's going to cost about $8 for 60 seconds of video, and that's true for any video, whether you're lip syncing or generating any other kind of video. So as far as generating character dialogue is concerned, it's kind of in that medium price range in terms of the cost. So here's my final thoughts on everything. For the most accurate and smooth looking character lip motions, you'll want to use image to lip sync, which means you're starting with just an image of a character and then animating them talking. There's a couple of great options for this. I think Higgsfield is really cool, especially with all the different options it gives you in terms of the character motions and also their facial expressions. The main issue with it is just the cost. I mean, if you buy the $30 plan, you'll be able to use the lip sync feature like 5 times in the highest quality mode. I think Dzine is actually a really great option, especially considering the cost. It's around $2.90 for 60 seconds of lip sync, which is on the cheaper side as we've seen. And the quality of the lip sync is really solid. It's expressive, it's lifelike, and I'm happy with how these turned out. Another decent option is Heygen, where you also have some control over the prompt, like him gesturing with his hands. The limitation of Heygen Avatar 4 is just that you're limited to 5 minutes per month of character dialogue, which might not work for what you want. Now, if you want some more expressive character movements in your scene, you might want to start by generating a video of that character first, and then adding the lip sync to them. And for this, I definitely recommend using PixVerse. It does a really solid job of adding the character voices on top of an already existing video, and the animations are very smooth. It's also super cheap, relatively speaking, of course, at $3 for 60 seconds. And finally, Google Veil 3. Not strictly a lip sync platform, but if you just want to animate character speaking, character dialogue, it's a really amazing platform for that. Now, I made another guide where I compared all the other best AI video generators in an in-depth breakdown, just like I did for the lip sync tools inside this video. So if you want to see the best AI video generators compared to each other, go take a look at this tutorial right here.